Hello, welcome back to Mountain Jim Card Collectibles. If you're having a great week so far, today I want to talk about the big names in basketball cards and why I'm seeing the hype, the prices, and I tend to believe corporate desperation that goes along with these basketball cards. Now, I could be wrong, but if you've seen any of my prior videos where I talk about basketball cards, well, guess what? I took all my basketball cards off of eBay because they were dragging down my product algorithm, and I just started to get a lot more sales without these wretched basketball cards on my account. Now, I like basketball. Grew up watching it, I grew up, watching the big Larry Bird, Magic Johnson rivalry, right out the gate, rolling into, the Michael Jordan years. And there's been some other big names as well, Shaquille O'Neal, as well as some other of my favorite players, like Gary Payton from, the Seattle Supersonics, Sean Kemp. But overall, if you're going to go and sell basketball cards online, I wish you a lot of luck because you're going to need it, man. I've dedicated so much of my, collecting years to basketball cards to only see those basketball cards, just keep going down and down and down in value. People just don't have the interest. And so, right now, there's a new star, hitting the courts, Cooper Flag. But the way that I see his marketing in the future, I'm sure will be very similar to what we're getting now. For instance, let's talk about the 2024 Panini Rookie Royalty WNBA trading card box. It's in a Dutch auction, starting price $30,000. Now, I hate to break it to you, but I wouldn't buy Caitlin Clark right now. Why? Because I purchased a lot of Caitlin Clark cards a few weeks ago, and ever since I purchased those cards, she has been just plagued with injury after injury. Guys, I'm sorry, but I purchased a bunch of Caitlin Clark cards, and what does that mean? It means that she's cursed. And Panini can sit there in their act of desperation and try to steal as much money from the poor card consumer as they can. I almost feel like the card consumer has become a U.S. taxpayer. Time to rip us off to no end. You know what I mean? $30,000. Give me a break. $30,000 is a lot of cash. And to put it in one box, and the thing about this rookie royalty is you're not guaranteed Caitlin Clark. It's either Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese. And the issue with Caitlin Clark is, well, she's injury plagued. And how long is that going to last? Is that going to take her out of the league? So all this hype, all this, just to have her come crashing down? It could very well possibly happen. And this is what I don't understand about these card companies right now is they act like every player that's, a rookie is Michael Jordan. No, they're not Michael Jordan. No, they're not Larry Bird. No, they're not Magic Johnson. Are we going to go another year, where Caitlin Clark misses the championship? It very well could likely happen. She's just plagued with injuries. And then, of course, we come to the 2023-2024 Topps Mercury Victor Wembanyama cash grab. Like $10,000 per box out the gate, on the Topps Mercury. The guy's injury plagued as well, It's hard not to see how these sports card companies hype the what up out of these players, only to have them just become plagued with injuries. And I'll say this again: when did this big injury happen with Victor Wembanyama? Well, once I started purchasing a few of his cards. I'm sorry, but I curse everything I touch, especially when it comes to basketball. I mean, there's a reason why I pulled all my basketball cards on eBay. Because they're cursed. I'm telling you. Once I pulled all of them, the sales come flying in. But then that takes us to the new flavor of the week that the card companies have decided to likely go all in for another cash grab, steal as much money as you can, pretend that this is another Michael Jordan, and hopefully his career works out. Cooper Flagg, First round draft pick for the Dallas Mavs. This is a great article. I'll lightly touch here. All right, so this comes from the Sporting News. Duke legend Cooper Flagg expected to surpass Victor Wembanyama in crucial rookie year impact. He's a pretty big guy. They've been kind of hyping up Ace Bailey, the number 5 pick. But you know what? Everything right now has turned to Cooper Flagg. He's the number 1 overall pick. He's been hyped up quite a bit. They feel like he's going to go further than Victor Wembanyama. And so he is the man. Are we going to start seeing $10,000 Mercury boxes for Cooper Flagg? Well, the licensing is coming to Topps pretty soon. I'm guessing we will. Maybe they'll even do something similar to Panini. We'll start rolling out $30,000 boxes like we're selling brand new vehicles. But let's see what the big sellers are right now on Amazon, because this really helps us out to find out what is popular. Who is taking all the oxygen out of the room currently? These are the best sellers in sports collectibles single graded trading cards, okay? These are Amazon's best seller, and they keep this up. So to top off the list, they always sell a lot of these zoo pack, like football, baseball, graded mystery packs. You might consider those zoo packs. As we go on down here, in the number 6 position, who do we see? Right here. Cooper Flagg, 2024 Bowman U Now debut rookie card. Number 1, PSA 10, $149.99. That's in the number 6 slot. Number 7, graded 2024 Topps Bowman U Now Cooper Flagg, number 51 rookie card, PSA 10. Okay, so that's 2. And then we hit number 11. That's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with a PSA 9, rookie card 2018 and 2019. I would have expected that to rank higher, But no, people really like to do the prospecting, So they're not spending a lot of time with him, even though he could very well be the next, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, whatever. That's what gets me about, this market. No. Let's stick with the Cooper Flagg. Number 13, graded 2024 Topps Bowman U Now Cooper Flagg, number 25 rookie card, PSA 10. We have number 14, which is a Kobe Bryant card. But then we have 15, graded 2024 Topps Bowman U Now Cooper Flagg, number 1 NCAA debut rookie card. Ace Bailey is getting a little bit of love at the number 17 slot. Grade 2024 Topps Bowman U Now Ace Bailey, number 12 rookie card, PSA 10. So you might consider Ace Bailey right now. And then poor old Wemby, number 18 slot. He's still, at least he's up there. Grade 2023 Panini Contenders Victor Wembanyama, number 1 lottery ticket rookie card. That's the first time I've seen him on there, but hey, he's still ranking up there. Here's another Wemby card, $68 for the Victor Wembanyama rookie card, 2023-2024 Prism Monopoly, PSA 10. So let's keep on cycling down here. Who am I going to run into? Boom. Number 27 slot, grade 2024, Topps Bowman U now, Cooper Flag. Number 25, rookie card, basketball, PSA 9, mint. Okay, so who am I going to run into next? Well, it's not basketball, but number 29, this is the grade 2023 Topps Bowman draft, Paul Skeens. Everybody loved him, but let's face it, the love is kind of drying up to an extent for Paul Skeens. So I keep cycling down here. We have this 2003-04 Upper Deck box set, number 20 LeBron James rookie card going for $84. Keep cycling down. Wemby, number 37, graded 2023 Panini Contenders, Victor Wembanyama, number 3 Rookie of the Year rookie card. PSA 10 gem at $199.99. So he's still attracting some love. Here's another Wemby. Grade 2023 Panini Select, Victor Wembanyama, number 87 Orange Flash rookie card. $434.99. So, Cooper Flag has a strong presence in the top 50. But I'd say, for basketball, Wemby is second. There's a few other players, they talk about Ace Bailey, but he isn't. People aren't, flocking to his card. There's one of my guys, Gary Payton. People are buying the Gary Payton 1990-91 Hoops number 391 rookie card, PSA 9. Classic card. But when it comes to sales, look how far Caitlin Clark is. She is at the very bottom now of the number. She's at number 50 for the top 50. I'm not going to go beyond the top 50, but she's falling down the mountain, okay? And if she's falling down the mountain, why is that? Well, all the hype can only go so far. If you're plagued by injuries, you're going to start to your card's going to start to fall. I'm surprised that Wemby is doing as good on sales as he is because, he's a guy who's been pretty much plagued by injuries. And I expect him to be plagued by injuries for his entire career. I'm just being honest here. But, there's still some interest there. There's still some love, there's some other players up here, but overall, it's dominated by Cooper Flag currently. And, considering what's going on, I guess that's what I would expect. So that they're wanting to get his, Bowman U best, whatever, for graded cards, which makes sense as they start to roll into his professional career. But the thing about basketball cards, and just like I started this episode, is to me, they're the riskiest cards that you can really get into. They seem to, lose value, lose interest. They're really I would say that basketball cards are the most fad-like sports card of all of them. The fad is here, and it balloons up and then it eventually comes crashing down. Now, would I spend $30,000 on a Panini box crossing my fingers for Caitlin Clark auto? I would not. I'm not that guy. I mean, $30,000, I already told you could buy land. I could start a small little car lot for $30,000. I mean, come on. I make more money selling cars on a car lot than, gambling my money away with one Caitlin Clark card, And then, of course, like I said earlier, if you're having rough sales and you have a lot of basketball cards for sports cards, pull them off your eBay account, For one reason, my sales boomed up. Yeah, I sell, I still have some basketball cards on there of, big names. I have like Wemby, Michael Jordan, Caitlin Clark, some of the bigger current names. But overall, I've pulled all of them off, and it's really helped my sales out. Isn't it? You can go all over the boards. It's just basketball cards, to me, could possibly be the biggest gamble in all the sports cards for one reason or another. you see just these monstrous prices going for these players, and a lot of the times it doesn't add up, other than there's just a lot of hype around the player. I mean, when Michael Jordan retired, he had 6 championship rings. You have Bill Russell, who has 11 championships. I mean, you can hype it up, you can prospect, you can put all your hopes and dreams into these basketball players. But all I would say is exercise caution. Because to me, basketball is really, especially the way these companies look at they're the dream card, aren't they? They're the ones that, for one reason, these companies like to just put these massive prices on. It doesn't make sense, especially if you sell basketball cards. I sell used basketball cards, and they're always the least sold one. When I go to my local card shop, the least amount of sports cards that he has for one category will be basketball cards. And I understand that they're a very risky gamble when it comes to the sports card world. I wish it wasn't that way, but that's just the way it is. So all I'm saying is exercise some caution when it comes to Cooper Flagg, because I'll be chasing down Cooper Flagg, but how long is the Cooper Flagg fad going to last before the next basketball fad balloon, gets blown up and, thrown in our faces? So anyway, I'd like to thank my subscribers. I'd like to thank you because you are the reason I keep doing this. Thank my viewers. If you're a viewer who hasn't subscribed, please subscribe so I can continue to improve the channel. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. I'm out of here. Bye.